Audi's latest RS5 coupe, like so many performance cars, choose a naturally aspirated engine for a smaller and lighter forced induction power plant. It sacrifices a tall rev ceiling full of noise and feel-good shivers for some more Newton meters and a half-second quicker sprint to the ton. For the coupe that was previously motivated by a naturally aspirated 4.2-liter V8, it means downsizing to a 2.9-liter V6 twin-turbocharged petrol engine. And the new V6 is only 100 cubic centimeters smaller than the mild-child S5 sibling, leaving not much variety between the two models, which are bridged by almost $50,000. But the engine is a technical triumph, with the turbos positioned between the cylinder banks and dual-channel inlets providing instant response without lag. Power output is equal to the old V8 at 331 kilowatts, while torque has increased 170 Nm to 600 Nm total, and is provided in full from 1900-5000 RPM through a rejigged version of Audi's 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission to all four wheels. More important to shrinking emissions targets is a drop in fuel consumption by 16% to 8.8 L/100 km. It's also the first RS model to be built on Volkswagen Group's new ML Bevo platform that underpins everything from the Audi A4 to the upcoming Lamborghini Urus. Because of it, the new coupe gets a 5-link front suspension arm over the previous trapezoidal setup with adaptive dampers that sit lower than other models and specially tuned steering calibration. It's also 72 mm longer, but you wouldn't pick it sitting inside. The end result is a car that's 60 kilograms lighter and shoots from 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.9 seconds, 0.6 seconds faster than before. The exterior design adds a bit more flair, and separating it from the A5 lineup are various inlets, a wider honeycomb grille, 15 mm wider blistered wheel arches and, for the first time, a carbon fiber roof. Audi says the RS5 aesthetic was inspired from the wild Audi 90 IMSA GTO, but it seems a bit of a stretch given it doesn't look much more aggressive than the S5. Rounding out options for exterior bits is the choice of gloss black, carbon fiber or matte aluminium accents and rear diffuser, a variety of 20-inch alloy wheel designs and exclusive Sonoma green paintwork. Inside, the pen wasn't worked hard either, adding only some RS logos and diamond-stitched Nappa leather seats, which are available as an option across the A5 range, though they lack pneumatic bolstering. The RS5 also gets Audi's virtual cockpit instrument display as standard with a special RS mode, showing centered tacho, tire temp, and torque gauges, and a Bang & Olufsen sound system hooked up to the user-friendly and intuitive 8.2-inch MMI infotainment with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. On the road, the RS5 feels every bit as quick as it claims. Australian RS5 models are also equipped with a sports exhaust that turns up the pop and crackle splutter from the small V6, and while it sounds nice down low, it lacks the depth of the old Bent 8 that added some drama on fast-stretching roads. The benefits of the lighter and more powerful engine are that the RS5 is never short of acceleration, and on Tasmania's long-winding Targa stages being a gear too tall didn't matter. But however fast the RS5 is, it's the retuned chassis and adaptive dampers that are its best trick and a saving grace for hard-hitting and too firm suspension in dynamic mode. While it rides flatter, the firmer damper settings are more easily unsettled on rough roads which aren't perfectly flat. Backing off to comfort mode adds compliance, and though softer, there's still plenty of dynamic poise and a more predictable reaction to mid-corner bumps. For outright pace, everything else benefits from the dynamic settings, such as steering feel, throttle response and transmission mapping, and the standard 375mm 6-piston brakes remain tack-sharp when stomped on regularly. Despite being eager to turn into corners quickly, the steering isn't as communicative as rivals, and its filtered feedback feels detached from the road when slip and understeer creeps in, though the rear diff is effective at pushing power where it needs be, and it can be driven quickly. Over a few hundred kilometers of some of Tasmania's finest roads, the RS5 didn't break a sweat, and there's a coolness about how the coupe tackles going fast. However, that removes some of the animal and excitement you'd expect to wrestle from 331 kilowatts of power and 600 Nm of torque. It's also missing from its exterior and interior, which feel a little restrained in style without a few options added to make it feel like something more special than the smaller sibling.